Hey everyone, it's Chandru. Welcome to the channel. Today's the day. We're going to be opening up a whole Avatar Last Airbender collector booster box. But before we start the opening, as always, we have our show and tell. And today's card is the Cutzil Melamed Exemplar Showcase from a collector sample booster, since we're opening up a collector booster box today. When I opened up the Lost Caverns of Ixalan, this was in one of the deck samples, and it looks really nice for a showcase. The Mayan or Aztec art in the background. So it is a legendary creature, cat warrior. Your opponents can't cast spells during your turn. Whenever one or more creatures you control, each with power greater than its base power, deals a combat damage to a player, draw a card for 3/3, 1 green and a white. But without further ado, let's get cracking. Super excited for this video. It's been a long time waiting. I haven't opened up a collector booster box on my channel, and this one is definitely a little bit of a doozy, but I'm excited for the Avatar set. So since it's the most expensive opening on my channel, leave a like and subscribe for more openings and Magic the Gathering, Pokemon, a little bit of Riftbound when I can get my hand on it. So thanks for watching. It is currently pre-release weekend. I'm opening this up on a Saturday night. What more can you ask for than a collector booster box opening? Never opened one up before, so I guess I'm not really sure how. Yeah, this kind of slides in back there, right? Got 12 packs in here. We're gonna go through this one nice and slow. It's my first collector booster box, so I'm gonna take it nice and slow and enjoy the opening for myself as well. You have the pack art. You have Aang here. I can't tell if the I think the arrow in his head's a little bit foil. And we do have the pull tab here, which I normally don't like, but we'll see how it goes. If not, I'll open up the old-fashioned way. I did watch a little bit of Avatar when I was growing up on Nickelodeon, of course. I've started rewatching it for this opening here, but I did not get all the way through. I believe there is a pack trick. I'm going to assume it's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hey, let's see how it goes. Oop, this is a mythic, so maybe not. It's a Badger Mole Cub. I believe I heard good things about this card. A creature, Badger Mole, for 1 and a green. When this creature enters, Earthbend 1. Earthbend means target land you control becomes a 0/0 creature with haste that is still a land. Put a 1/1 counter on it. When it dies or is exiled, return it to the battlefield tapped. Whenever you tap a creature for mana, add an additional green. That's a nice one. Okay, so it'll be 6 then. 6 from the back. Here's a forest, a nice artwork forest. Zuko Seeking Honor from the Jumpstart set, I believe. Run Amok. Koala Sheep, Sparring Dummy, Air Nomad Legacy. That's a cute card. Momo Playful Pet, Abandoned Attachments for 1 or blue-red. Instant Lesson, you may discard a card. If you do, draw 2 cards. Rough Rhino Cavalry, Mongoose Lizard. Here's our ally token. Foggy Swamp Vision Showcase card. Ooh, this one looks nice. This is, I believe, when Sokka's in the forest and, I guess the Foggy Swamp, and sees Yue on Season 2. As an additional cost to cast this, Waterbend X, exile X target creature cards from the graveyard. For each creature card exiled this way, create a token that's a copy of it at the beginning of your next end step, sacrifice those tokens. Intruder Alarm. For 2 and a blue, enchantment, creatures don't untap during their control's untap steps. Whenever a creature enters, untap all creatures. Let me see. Yeah, I mean, not the most, high def artwork, but I mean, I think this looks better than maybe some of the other ones on the screenshots for the extra sheet. Toph Hard-Headed Teacher. For 2 red and a green, legendary creature, human, warrior, ally. When Toph enters, you may discard a card. If you do, return that target instant or sorcery card from your graveyard to your hand. Whenever you cast a spell, Earthbend 1. If that spell is a lesson, put an additional 1/1 counter on that land. Nice. Okay. And Fang, Roku's Companion. Legendary Creature Dragon. And that is the last card of the set, of the pack. 1 pack down. Super happy so far. We got one of the animation cards, the show cards, and a showcase card. So, nice. Okay, and let's just kind of take our big hits. I mean, we did get a Badger Mole Cub, so maybe put this to the side. Put the rest of them over here. In frame. I can do this. Pack number 2. I think first pack was pretty good. I mean, again, I don't know if what the monetary value is on this. I'll kind of add it up later, but I am enjoying the showcase cards especially. I think that's some great. The frames on that are great. Just gonna pull this at the front, and it should be 6, right? So we should go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. At the back. Yeah, and here we go. Our forest with a little Appa all on the top. Princess Yue. Fist of Flame. Tundra Wall. Toph, the Blind Bandit. Let's read this one. For 2 and a green, legendary creature, human warrior ally. When Toph enters Earthbend 2, Toph power is equal to the number of 1/1 counters on lands you control. Wow, that'll be a pretty good combo, I believe, with the Badgermole Cub. Since this one, the Badgermole Cub says, whenever you tap a creature for mana, add additional green. Hermetic Herbalist. Vengeful Villagers. Foggy Swamp Hunters. Badgermole. We have the Cub now that there's a Badgermole. Vindictive Warden. Here's our copy token. Fire Lord Azula. Wow, from I think one of the scenes. Legendary creature, human noble. For 1, a blue, black, and a red. Firebending 2. Whenever you cast a spell while Fire Lord Azula is attacking, copy that spell. You may choose new targets for that copy. Wow. 4/4. That's a great card. Cityscape Leveler. The Giant Drill. Artifact Creature Construct. For 8. Trample. When you cast a spell, whenever this creature attacks, to destroy up to 1 target non-land permanent. Its controller creates a tap Power Stone token on Earth for 8. South Pole Voyager. Creature human ally. Sky ally. Whenever this creature or another ally you control enters, you gain 1 life. If this is the second time this ability has resolved this turn, draw a card. Ooh, Wan Shi Tong All-Knowing for 3 and 2 blue. Legendary creature, Bird Spirit, flying. When Wan Shi Tong enters, target non-land permanent's owner puts it into their library, second from the top or on the bottom. Whenever one or more cards are put into a library from anywhere, create 2 1/1 colorless spirit creature tokens with this token cannot block or be blocked by non-spirit creatures. And Day of the Black Sun for X and 2 black. Sorcery. Each creature with mana value X or less loses all abilities to end a turn, destroy those creatures. Wow. That is a nice card. Definitely excited about that Azula card. Pack 2 is, I think, very nice to me. Pack 3 it is. Let me know how you, if you guys are doing anything pre-release weekend for Avatar, or if you guys are planning on picking up any product. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it looks like we have an art card. The Mountain. Oh, that's a nice one. Look at the hollow effect on that one. It's Appa.
That's rough, buddy.
There we go. That's rough, buddy. My first girlfriend turned into the moon, said Sokka. Put a 1/1 counter on target creature. Put 2 1/1 counters on that creature instead if a creature left the battlefield under your control this turn, and then draw a card for 1 and a white. Diley Sensor. Deer Dog. Rocket Lanch from Toth. The Wolf Bat, which I believe they saw in the Caves Secret Tunnel. Team Avatar. That's a nice artwork with all four of the main characters. For 2 and a white enchantment, whenever a creature you control attacks alone, it gets plus XX until end of turn, where X is the number of creatures you control. For 2 and a white, discard this card, deals damage equal to the number of creatures you control to the target creature. Nice. Earth Village Ruffians. Path to Redemption from Uncle Iroh. For 1 and a white, enchantment aura, enchant a creature. Enchanted creature can attack or block. For 5, sacrifice this aura, exile enchanted creature, create a 1/1 white ally creature token. Activate only during your turn. Hey, Wandering Musicians for Secret Tunnel. There's Appa. So we have Avatar Last Airbender. Oh, that's a nice artwork. Look at that. That's great. I love the artwork cards. Aang's Iceberg. Ooh, look at that one. Showcase from the beginning of the show when Appa and Aang were trapped in the iceberg. For 2 and a white enchantment, flash. When this enchantment enters, exile up to 1 other target non-land permanent until this enchantment leaves the battlefield. Waterbend 3, sacrifice this enchantment. If you do, scar 2. Wow, Mirrorwing Dragon. Creature Dragon for 3 and 2 red. Flying. Whenever a player casts an instant or sorcery spell that targets only this creature, that player copies that spell for each other creature they control that the spell could target. Each copy targets a different one of those creatures. Ooh, Waterbending Ascension for 1 and a blue. Enchantment. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, put a quest counter on this enchantment. Then, if it has 4 or more quest counters on it, draw a card. For 1 event 4, target creature can't be blocked this turn. This is also part of the same black and white, the mural or whatever, the artwork scene. There we go. That we pulled for the Fire Lord Azula, I believe. Suki, Kyoshi Captain. And Iroh Tea Master. We gotta read his card. For 1 red and a white, legendary creature, human, citizen, ally. When Iroh enters, create a food token. At the beginning of combat, on your turn, you may have target opponent gain control of target permanent control. When you do, create a 1/1 white ally creature token. Put a 1/1 counter on that token for each permanent you own that your opponent controls. Wow, that was a good pack too. So another one of the black and white scene tokens to add to the collection. Another showcase in the iceberg. Right, it's called Avatar or Aang's Iceberg, whatever it was, I forgot already. But I'm just happy to be opening packs, collector packs. I haven't opened collector packs in a while. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is definitely a treat. So again, if you do like the video, leave a like and subscribe. It means a lot. It'll help. I guess I don't know. I don't have any sort of monetization in the channel, but it made me feel better for buying one of these boxes. Solid Ground, Toph on the front. Gylacorn or Helicorn. Flying Dolphinfish. Hey Bye, Spirit of Balance. Fire Sage. Okay, I heard good things about this one. For 1 and a red, creature, human, cleric. Firebending 1. Whenever this creature attacks, add 1 red. This mana lasts till end of combat. For 1 and 2 red, put a 1/1 counter on this creature. Lo and Lee, Twin Tutors. First Time Flyer. Merchant of Many Hats. Firebending Lesson. Let's read this one. For 1 red, instant lesson, kicker 4. You may pay an additional 4 as you cast a spell. Firebending Lesson deals 2 damage to target creature. If the spell was kicked, deal 5 damage to that creature instead. Here's our ally. Ooh, Katara, Water Tribe's Hope for 2, 1 white and 2 blue with showcase. Legendary creature, human, warrior, ally, vigilance. When Katara enters, create a 1/1 white ally creature token. Waterbed X, creature you control, have base power and toughness XX until end of turn. X can't be 0, activate only during your turn. Hey, Judy, public servant. Legendary creature, human rogue. You may have Judy enter as a copy of another creature you control, except as Judy's other abilities. The legend rule doesn't apply to permanent control, and it's a partner. Kylie, Chi Blocker for 2 and a blue. Legendary creature, human, performer ally. Flash prowess. When Ty Lee enters, tap up to 1 target creature. It doesn't untap during its controller untap step for as long as you control Ty Lee. And Baboon Spirit. 2 and a blue. Creature, monkey, spirit. Whenever another non-token spirit you control enters, create a 1/1 color spirit token. With this token can't block or be blocked by non-spirit tokens. Not spirit creatures. For 3 and a blue, exile another target creature you control. Return to the battlefield under its owner's control at the beginning of the next end step. And our last card is the Raven Eagle. For 2 and a black. Creature, bird, assassin. Flying. Whenever this creature enters or attacks, exile up to 1 other target card from a graveyard. If the creature card is exiled this way, create a clue token. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. Nice. I love the flavor on these on these cards. The artwork is great. I did not, unfortunately, open up a collector booster of Spider-Man, but now that the price is going down, maybe I'll pick one up. But I know there's definitely no return value in that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I see something there. We'll save it for later. Probably, hopefully, I didn't spoil myself. We are in the sewers with Momo. There's Appa, Aang's companion. For 3 and a white, legendary creature buys an ally from the Jumpstart set. Flying. Whenever Appa attacks, another target attacking creature without flying gains flying until end of turn. Aardvark Sloth. Stand United. Oh, it's a great artwork on that card. The artwork's so great. Unlucky Cabbage Merchant for 1 and a green. This will go with the secret. They made an entire secret lair for the Cabbage Merchant. I guess they're really leaning into the memes now. 1 and a green, creature, human, citizen. When this creature enters, create a food token. Whenever you sacrifice a food token, you may search your library for a basic land and put it onto the battlefield tapped. If you search your library this way, you put the creature on the bottom of its owner's library, then shuffle. Ty Lee, Artful Acrobat. Another great artwork. Southern Air Temple. Let's read it. For 3 and a white, legendary enchantment shrine. When Southern Air Temple enters, put X 1/1 counters on each creature you control, where X is the number of shrines you control. Whenever another shrine control enters, put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control. The Birthplace of the Last Airbender. Canyon Crawler, yes, from season 2. When they had the 2 different tribes and Sokka and Katara split up. Barrels of Blasting Jelly. Oh, there we go. Sold out. Season 1. The Mountain. The Mountain from Season 2. Oh, not that mountain. Well, I'm thinking of the boulder. Okay. This is the mountain. Wow. I think this is one of the better cards in the set. It's also, I think, one of the sketch cards, whatever they call it, the artwork. Wan Shi Tong Librarian. Look at that one. I don't think this is the same one we pulled before, right? For X and 2 blue, legendary creature Bird Spirit, Flash, Flying Vigilance. When Wan Shi Tong enters, put X 1/1 counters on him. Then draw half X cards, rounded down. Whenever an opponent searches their library, put a 1/1 counter on Wan Shi Tong and draw a card. I do remember I did, since watching this Avatar first when I was a kid, I did watch, in between that, I did watch the new live action on Netflix, not the M. Night Shyamalan one. And I believe Wan Shi Tong was introduced in the first season, which is kind of interesting in the live action. So, Beastmaster Ascension, look at that one. For 2 and a green, this one. Can I get some more pixels on this one, guys? Enchantment, whenever a creature you control attacks, you may put a quest counter in this enchantment. As long as this enchantment has 7 or more quest counters on it, the creature you control gets 5/5. Wow. The Legend of Kuruk. Oh, that's what we saw before. Let's see. You have your Saga for 1 and 2, scry 2, then draw a card, and then for 3, exile the Saga, then return it to the battlefield transformed under your control. So transformed, it looks like this. Avatar Kuruk. Legendary creature Avatar. Whenever you cast a spell, create 1/1 colorless spirit creature token with, again, this token cannot block or be blocked by non-spirit creatures. Exhaust, Waterbend 20. Take an extra turn. Wow, extra turn after that one for 20. Waterbend 20. And our last card in the set is, or in this pack is, Lost in Memories. I believe it is Zuko, young Zuko with his mom. Also have 1 card after this, apparently. 1 in a red, Enchantment Aura. Flash, enchant creature you control. Enchanted creature gets 1/1 and has ability. When this creature deals combat damage to a player, target instant or sorcery card in your graveyard gains flashback until end of turn. The flashback cost is equal to its mana cost. Here's the last card. Hey, it's Sokka, Tenacious Technician. For 1, blue, red, and a white. Legendary creature, human warrior ally. Menace and prowess. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, this creature gets 1/1 until end of turn. Other allies you control have menace and prowess. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, create a 1/1 white ally token. Nice. That was a banger pack. We got Wan Shi Tong, we got Avatar Kuruk, and a Sokka. That was a great pack, and we're not even halfway done with the box. I'm curious to see what the value is that we pulled. Not that it matters too much, but I love all the artwork here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Got something spoiled again, and we have the planes. Lost in the Spirit World. Kyoshi Warrior Guarded. Consider. Seismic Sense. Ooh, that's a nice card. It's off. Crashing Wave. Avatar Last Airbender. Let's read this one. For 3 and a white, legendary creature, human avatar ally, flying. When Aang enters, airbend up to 1 other target non-land permanent. Exile it. When it's exiled, its owner may cast it for 2 rather than its mana cost. That's what airbending is. Whenever you cast a lesson spell, Aang gains lifelink until end of turn. Is this one of those reverse cards? Nope, that's not that Aang. Messenger Hawk. Geyser Leaper. Wow, look at that artwork. Again, the artwork on this is great. I did like the Spider-Man artwork, especially the comic panels, but man, the artwork on some of these Avatar cards are top-notch. Copy. Ooh, speaking of Aang, Avatar Aang for red, white, blue, and a green. When a legendary creature, human avatar ally, with flying, firebending 2, whenever you waterbend, earthbend, firebend, or airbend, draw a card. Then, if you've done all 4 this turn, transform him, which means we have something on the back, and that is Avatar Master of Elements. Look at that one. Reminds me of the Cosmic Spider-Man from the last set with I guess the elements here, but the energy, I believe, whatever powers on the Cosmic Spider-Man card swirling around him. Legendary creature, avatar ally, flying. Spells you cast cost, Wooburg, less to cast. At the beginning of each upkeep, you may transform Aang Master of Elements. If you do gain 4 life, draw 4 cards, put 4 1/1 counters on him, and he deals 4 damage to each opponent. Wow, that's great. And this is one of the cards, I believe, on the black and white scene with, we pulled Azula and something else, Ascension, Waterbending Ascension, I believe. We'll have to see. But I believe this is part of that scene. Man, this box has been good to me. Sundial of the Infinite. Look at that artwork. Again, from the show, but that's just, I love the symmetry of it. It's got the Zodiac animals all around for cost for 2. Artifact, 1. and exert. And the turn, activate only during your turn. Speaking of the scene, the black and white scene, we got another one. Firelord Zuko for red, white, and a black. Legendary creature, human noble ally. Firebending X, where X is Firelord Zuko's power. Whenever you cast a spell from exile, and whenever your permanent you control enters from exile, you put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control. Storm of Memories, 2 and 3 red. Sorcery, Storm. When you cast a spell, copy for each spell cast before it this turn. Exile an instant or sorcery card with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard at random. You may cast it without paying its mana cost. If that spell would be put into a graveyard, exile it instead. Obsessive Pursuit for 1 and a black. An enchantment. When this enchantment enters at the end of at the beginning of your upkeep, you lose 1 life and create a clue token. Whenever you attack, put X 1/1 counters on target attacking creature, where X is the number of permanents you sacrifice this turn. If X is 3 or greater, that creature gains lifelink until end of turn. Nice. That is great. Another great set. Hey, let me see if I can separate these black and white scene cards. Waterbend Ascension. Now that I'm looking at it, maybe the Aang doesn't belong, but we'll figure it out. I'll struggle through it live on camera. If not, I'll look it up later. So this pack will mark the halfway mark, and I believe this box has been very generous to me, and I appreciate it. My first collector booster box I've ever opened in my life, and it's also on camera. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, well that one got spoiled for me. There's our forest again, our second forest. Katara Seeking Revenge for 3, a blue and a black, or blue or black. Legendary creature, human warrior ally, has an additional cost to cast a spell. You may waterbend 2. Reminder that the waterbending is while paying a waterbend cost, you may tap your artifacts and creatures to help. Each one pays for 1. When Katara enters, draw a card, then discard a card unless her additional cost was paid. Katara gets 1/1 for each lesson card in your graveyard. Sokka's Sword Training. Zuko's offense. For red, sorcery. Zuko's offense deals 2 damage to any target. Crescent Island Temple. That looks nice. The Spirit Oasis. From the end of season 1 at the North Pole Water Tribe, I believe. Legendary Enchantment Shrine for 2 and a blue. When Spirit Oasis enters, draw a card from each shrine you control. Whenever another shrine you control enters, draw a card. Airbender Reversal. Look at that card. For 1 and a white, instant lesson. Choose 1. Destroy target attack creature or airbend target creature control. Airbending is exile it. When it's exiled, its owner may cast it for 2 rather than its mana cost. Corrupt Court Official. This is from season 2 when Aang was put on trial for, I think, Avatar Kyoshi killing their old mayor or something. Water Tribe Captain. Callous Inspector. Our food token. Look at that. Who couldn't go for a nice cup of tea? Token artifact food. Obviously, I mean, I don't need to read that. Ooh, Firebend Ascension. Another part of this scene, the black and white scene. We're pulling all of them. 1 and a red. Enchantment. When this enchantment enters, create a 2/2 red soldier token with Firebending 1. Whenever a creature you control attacking causes a triggered ability of that creature to trigger, put a quest counter on this enchantment. Then, if it has 4 or more quest counters on it, you may copy that ability. You may choose new targets for that copy. Black Sun Zenith. For X and 2 black, sorcery. Put X -1/1 counters on each creature. Shuffle Black Sun Zenith into its owner's library. Ooh, hey bye, Forest Guardian. Legendary creature Bear Spirit for 3 and a green. When Hey Bye enters, reveal cards on the top of your library until you reveal a shrine card. You may put that card onto your battlefield, then shuffle. You got Wooburg cost for each legendary enchantment you control. Create a 1/1 colorless spirit creature token with this token can't block or be blocked by non-spirit creatures. And our last one, I believe this one got spoiled for us. Nope, that's the last one. Okay, so Sokka Swordmaster for 2 and a white. Wasn't going to read them, but I felt bad for Sokka. Legendary creature, human warrior ally, vigilance. Equipment spells you cast cost 1 less to cast for each ally you control. At the beginning of combat on your turn, attach up to 1 target equipment you control to Sokka. And the Legend of Kyoshi, this is the one we saw. It is a saga after you draw enters, and after you draw a step, add a lore counter. So the first lore counter, draw cards equal to the greatest power among creatures you control. For the second lore counter, Earthbend X, where X is the number of cards in your hand. That land becomes an island in addition to other types. And for step 3, exile the saga, then return to the battlefield transformed under your control. For 4 and 2 green, and it is Avatar Kyoshi. So we have Avatar Kuruk and now Avatar Kyoshi. And then Aang Avatar. Legendary creature Avatar. Lands you control have trample and hexproof. For X, add X mana of any one color, where X is the greatest power among creatures you control. So the only Avatar we're missing right now is Roku. So we are about halfway done with the box. I am super happy with where we're at. We have 6 more packs to go. Let me know in the comments how you guys are feeling about this pack opening. Again, I think I got very fortunate with my pulls. I can't wait to put these in some decks. Maybe if the card's really expensive, maybe I'll sell it to get some money back, and so I can make more videos. We'll see. I have I guess a special attachment to these cards as my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 as my first collector booster box opening ever and on the channel. Another mountain, a lot of mountains, a lot of forests. Bosco, just a bear. Look at those dumplings. For 4 and a green, legendary creature bear. When Bosco enters, create a food token for each legendary creature you control. For 2 and a green, sacrifice a food. Put 2 1/1 counters on Bosco against trampled end of turn. Explosive shot. Look at that artwork. As I kind of quickly, I think my camera also kind of lost focus. Some great artwork there. Feed the Swarm. Solstice Revelations. There we go. Speaking of Roku, I guess it's our first Roku card. Judy, one of many. A second Judy card. Earth Kingdom Jailer. Boggy Swamp Vinebender from Season 2. Beetle-Headed Merchants. Origin of Metal Bending. This one looks nice. Let's read this one. For 1 and a green. Instant lesson, choose 1. Destroy target artifact or enchantment, or put a 1/1 counter on target creature you control against indestructible until end of turn. Here's our food token. Abandoned Air Temple. There's, I think, Master Gyatso, right? That's his statue. This land enters tapped unless you control a basic land. You can exert it for add a white, or 3 and a white, exert it, put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control. Ooh, look at that one. That's an Azula card. Lightning Bolt. Instant for 1 red. Lightning Bolt deals 3 damage to any target. Sokka Swordsmaster. I believe we read this one already, so I won't bore you with it again. And the Cabin Merchant. For 2 and a green, legendary creature, human citizen. Whenever an opponent casts a non-creature spell, create a food token. Whenever a creature deals combat damage to you, sacrifice food token. Tap 2 untapped food tokens you control. Add 1 mana of any color. And Diligent Zookeeper for 3 and a green. Creature, human, citizen, ally, each non-human creature you control gets 1/1 for each of its creature types up to a maximum of 10. That one wasn't as heavy of a heavy hitter of a pack, but we did get a Lightning Bolt, Air Temple, and a Swordsmaster, which was nice. Or Sokka Swordsmaster. Oh, this is so fun. So fun to open. Don't make me go ahead and get another booster box. You know I will. 4, 5, 6. Ew, ooh, our first island. Look at that one. It's a shipwrecked Fire Nation ship with Appa flying over it. Aang, a lot to learn. For 2, a green or white. Legendary creature, human avatar ally. Aang has vigilance as long as there's a lesson card in your graveyard. Whenever another creature you control dies, put a 1/1 counter on Aang. Explore with Appa. For 1 and a green, a sorcery. You may play an additional land this turn, draw a card. Thriving Bluff. Invasion Tactics. Combustion, man. Look at that one. Look at that artwork on that. That's sick. Ember Island Production. Azula Always Lies for 1 and a black. Instant lesson. Choose 1 or both. Target creature gets -1/1 to end a turn. Or, I guess, put a 1/1 counter on target creature. Serpent's Pass. Porcupine. Here's our ally token. Airbender Ascension. So technically we pulled these black and white scene cards for Firebender, Waterbending, and now we have our Airbending Ascension, non-scene card though. 1 and a white enchantment. When this enchantment enters, airbend up to 1 target creature. Whenever a creature you control enters, put a quest counter on this enchantment. At the beginning of your end step, if this enchantment has 4 more quest counters on it, exile up to 1 target creature you control, then return it to the battlefield under its owner's control. Another Black Sun Zenith. Earthbend ally, creature, human, solar ally. This creature gets 1/0 for each color among allies you control. Chong and Lily Nomads. From the Secret Tunnel.
Secret tunnel. Secret tunnel.
3 in a red. Legendary creature, human, bard ally. When one or more of your bards you control attack, choose 1. Put a lower counter on each of any number of targets, sagas you control, or creatures you control get 1/0 on a turn for each lower counter among sagas you control. And Beifong's Bounty Hunters. For 2, a black and a green. Creature, human mercenary. Whenever a non-land creature you control dies, Earthbend X, where X is that creature's power. Nice. Duplicate on our art card, our show art card on the Black Sun Zenith. But I don't care. I'm just happy to open packs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But it does seem like all the hitters are on the right side. Ooh, an island. That's a nice island card. On the right side of our box in the beginning, Eelhounds, Hippo Cows, Wolf Cove Villager, Price of Freedom. I believe that's when, what was his name? Jet broke the dam. Enter Avatar State. That's a nice one. With Aang, Roku, Kyoshi, and Kuruk. For 1 white, instant lesson. Until end of turn, target creature you control becomes an avatar, an avatar, in addition to its other types, and gains flying, first strike, lifelink, and hexproof. That is crazy. North Pole Patrol, Flexible Waterbender, Pirate Peddlers, Cat Owl. Here's our ally token. Ooh, Avatar Destiny. That is a sick looking card. Look at that one. Avatar and all the past and all the past avatars behind him. For 2 and 2 green, enchantment aura, enchant creature you control. Enchanted creature gets 1/1 for each creature card in your graveyard and is an avatar in addition to other types, which we learned about. I think one of the last cards we just read. When enchanted creature dies, mill cards equal to its power. Return this card to its owner's hand and up to 1 creature card milled this way to the battlefield under your control. Wow, that sounds like a really good card to use in general. Volcano of Roku's Island is a reprint of Volakut, the Molten Pinnacle. It's a land. This land enters tapped whenever a mountain you control enters. You control these 5 other mountains. You may have this land deal 3 damage to any target. The Lion Turtles. This is a second, I guess, like our sketch card or whatever it's called. The sketch type of artwork. For 1 and a green and a blue. Legendary creature, Elder Cat Turtle. Vigilance and Reach. When the Lion Turtle enters, you gain 3 life. The Lion Turtle can't attack or block unless there are 3 or more lesson cards in your graveyard. You can also add 1 mana of any color. Iroh, Dragon of the West. Look at that one. That is a nice looking card. For 2 and 2 red, legendary creature, human noble ally, haste and mentor. At the beginning of combat, on your turn, each creature you control with a counter on against firebending 2 until end of turn. That is crazy. And Yue the Moon Spirit. I believe we read this one. I believe we got one of these early on for 3 and a blue. I'll read it one more time. Flying Vigilance, Waterbend 5. You may cast a non-creature spell from your hand without paying its mana cost. Nice. That was a great pack. I guess that pack kind of heard me talking smack about these last couple packs and said, yeah, I'll give you a good one. I'll give you something to talk about. Also, let me know in the comments what's your favorite card that I pulled today. If I had to pick, I think it's definitely the Avatar Aang. That's my favorite card. I guess I don't know if is that a basic answer, but that Avatar Aang card was sweet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, there's our swamp, the banyan tree. Founding of Omashu Saga. That's a saga, blah, blah, blah. You know, for 1 lore counter, create 2 1/1 white ally creature tokens. For 2 lore counters, you may discard a card. If you do, draw a card. And for 3 lore counters, create creatures you control get 1/0 until end of turn. Thriving Grove. Fire Nation Ambushers. White Lotus Hideout. The Boulder, as I was saying before, the mountain. The mountain's from, is that from Lord of the Rings, Game of Thrones? The Boulder, ready to rumble. For 3 and a green, legendary creature, human warrior performer. Whenever the Boulder attacks, Earthbend X, where X is the number of creatures you control with power 4 or greater. Buzzard Wasp Colony. How to start a riot. Curious Farm Animals. Treetop Freedom Fighters. There's Jet and his guys. Food. Ooh, Agni Kela. Wow. Land. Agna Kela, sorry. This land enters tapped unless you control a basic land. You can add a blue or 2 and a blue. Draw a card, then discard a card. That is a beautiful looking card as well. Man, again, the arc. Ooh, Aang's Shelter. Another one of the show screenshots. But this one just looks great, especially with the foiling on his arrow right there. For 2 and a white, I guess it is a reprint of Teferi's Protection. For 2 and a white, instant. Until your next turn, your life total can't change, and you gain protection from everything. All permanents you control phase out, and then exile Aang's Shelter. Crazy. This is a pretty card too. Look at the colors on this one. For 2 and a blue, Chakra Meditation, enchantment. When this enchantment enters, return up to 1 target instant or sorcery card from your graveyard to your hand. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, draw a card, then discard a card unless there are 3 or more lesson cards in your graveyard. The Blue Spirit, which we all know, spoiler, is Zuko. For 3 and a blue, legendary creature, human rogue ally. You may cast this creature spell. You may cast the first creature spell you cast each turn, as though it had flash. Whenever a non-token combat creature you control enters during combat, draw a card. I think I can't read anymore. And Avatar Destiny. For two and 2 green, enchantment aura. Enchant creature you control. Enchanted creature gets 1/1 for each creature card in your graveyard and is an avatar in addition to other types. When enchanted creature dies, mill cards equal to its power. Return this card to its owner's hand, and up to 1 creature card milled this way to the battlefield under your control. Great pack as well. Last pack. This is our last pack. We are all done here. It feels like it's gone by so fast, although I guarantee when I look at the time on the video, it'll be like, oh man, I definitely should cut this down. This is our last pack. So again, thank you for sticking through. I hope you guys enjoyed the opening. Yeah, leave a like and subscribe and see more card openings and some more gaming challenges on my channel. Appreciate it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Our last pack. Here we go. It is a Plains. Hey Momo, how's it going? Our first Plains of the pack, I believe. Animal Attendant. Thriving Moor. Turtle Seals. Diley Agents. Twin Blades. Grand. Pretending Poxbearers. Otter Penguin. A lot of animals in this one. Speaking of Rabaru Troop. Here's our ally. That's a beautiful looking ally token. Man, again, just the artwork. Can't say enough good things about it. Elemental Teachings for 4 and a green. Instant Lesson. Search your library for up to 4 land cards with different names and reveal them. An opponent chooses 2 of those cards. Put the chosen cards into your graveyard and the rest onto the battlefield. Tap, then shuffle. Wow. Bribery for 3 and 2 blue. Sorcery. Search target opponent's library for a creature card and put that card onto the battlefield under your control. Then that player shuffles. Master's Guidance. Look at that. There's Iroh and Zuko for 2 and a green. Enchantment. Whenever you attack with 2 or more legendary creatures, put a 1/1 counter on each up to 2 target attacking creatures. At the beginning of your end step, if you control a creature with power 4 or greater, draw a card. Bison Whistle. That's nice. For 1 and a green. Artifact. For 1, look at the top card of your library. If it's a Bison card, put it onto your battlefield. If it's a creature card, you may reveal it and put it into your hand. Otherwise, you may put it into your graveyard. Earth King's Lieutenant. This is our last card of the opening. For green and a white, creature, human, soldier, ally, trample. When this creature enters, put a 1/1 counter on each other ally creature you control. Whenever another ally you control enters, you may put a 1/1 counter on this creature. And that is the end of our opening. Thank you for sticking through and kind of watching me or listening to me stumble through all these descriptions. Let's go through our hits real quick. Earth King's Lieutenant, Bison Whistle, Master's Guidance, Bribery. I'll put the art cards in a different pile. Let's go this way. Lieutenant Teachings, Avatar Destiny, Blue Spirit, Chakra Meditation, Aang's Shelter, Agna Kella, Yue, Moon Spirit. We have Iroh, Dragon of the West, the Lion Turtle, put over here for our sketch cards, the Volcano of Roku's Island, Avatar Destiny, Beifong's Bounty Hunters, Chong Lily, Earthen Ally, Black Sun Zenith, 1 of 2, Airbender Ascension, Diligent Zookeeper, Cabin Merchant, Sokka Swordmaster, Lightning Bolt, Abandoned Air Temple. I don't believe this is from the show, right? I think just a redrawing of it. Avatar Kyoshi. I put an avatar over here. Sokka Swordsmaster. Hey Bye. Black Sun Zenith again. Obsessive Pursuit. Storm of Memory. Sundial the Infinite. Sokka Tenacious Tactician. Lost in Memories. Avatar Kuruk. Beastmaster Ascension. Wan Shi Tong Librarian. Raven Eagle. Baboon Spirit. Ty Lee Chi Blocker. Judy. Poke Servant. Katara Water Tribe's Hope. That's a great showcase card. Fire Sages. Iroh Tea Master. Suki Kyoshi Captain. Mirrorwing Dragon. That's a nice one. Aang's Iceberg. Aang's Ire Card. Day of Black Sun. Wan Shi Tong again. South Pole Voyager. Cityscape Leveler. Toph the Blind Master. Badger Mokub. This way. Bang Roku's Companion. Toph Hard-Headed Teacher, and Intruder Alarm, and Foggy Swamp Visions. So, I guess as I clean this up, it looks like, I guess, the showcase cards, these ones here, if you can see it, the showcase cards here, I only got in the first half of the pack opening, I believe, and I think it happened in the first 3 or 4 packs, it looks like. So we have all of our art from the shows that everyone complains about being too low res, which I do agree some of them do. Intruder Alarm, Cityscape Level, that one's kind of not great. Dragon, Judy, Beast. Again, this one looks like terrible, man. Like, I can't barely even see that. Sundial the Infinite, Black Sun Zenith times 2, Lightning Bolt. Oh, at least it's some Talo. Volcano of Roku Island, and Aang's Shelter, and Bribery. Aang's Shelter is definitely my favorite, so I'll put that on top. For our showcase cards, our Foggy Swamp Visions, Aang's Iceberg, and Katara Water Tribe's Hope. This is again, all these cards, they look great. And then we have our 2 sketch cards. We have our Lion Turtle and our Hollow Wan Shi Tong Librarian card. And then here we have our Avatar Kyoshi and our Saga of the Legend of Kuruk. And then turn them over. So I guess this is the extended art one. I'll put these to the side. And let's see if I can make whatever of the scene. Let's see. Firebrand Ascension, I'm assuming is bottom right. Azula is middle. I think I'm missing the last Agni Kai in the middle. And then is Aang somewhere up here? Does that look like it fits? And then Waterbending Ascension somewhere. It's got to be, I don't know, maybe up here. Who knows? I'll put a screenshot overlay to see what's the right orientation for the scene. But I did watch a couple openings, and I think this looks kind of somewhat right. But here's my favorite card of the opening. Again, it's just a Wooburg. But man, this card looks great. Everyone's gonna have love for Aang. But that is it. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.